Hi, you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you are in. Greetings, you guys. This is another one of those readings to when I got woken up by God to start the next series. And we're gonna go ahead and get into the Proverbs series. And one thing that God let me know, and I think this was even before I woke up. I think this was right before I actually started to wake up because I actually woke up and I started just thanking God. God let me know that the end times is going to look different for different people. So don't think that everybody's going to go through the same thing. Like the same situation is going to happen globally, but there are groups of people and everybody is not going to go through the same things. Everyone is not going to experience the same thing. Everyone is not going to see the same things. So, yeah, God really wanted me to make that clear for you guys. So let's go ahead and read into it. Like I said, you guys, I'm just waking up. Um, and God told me, let's go. Let's get right into it. So we're gonna I'm guided to read the first three chapters. Um, and this is chapter 1 of Proverbs. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion. I'm sorry. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from thy path. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, excuse me, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Now, I also must let you know that I am I'm doing this, I'm reading this because this is what God wants me to do. Um, there's something going on. There's like an urgency, and God is really amping up what He wants His chosen people, His anointed, His saints, His children to realize. Because if you read Proverbs, that's what I'm reading, you guys. I'm reading Proverbs 1 through 3. And I encourage you to read the scriptures on your own and pray for discernment. Um, the enemy is upping up his antics, and we need to be prepared. If I would have been reading my Bible at when I was 16, when I was 12, when I was 16, when all those things were going on, in my life, I would have known to who to associate with and who not to associate with. Um, so I can see why God is having me read the word to his people, because he wants us to know the tricks of the enemy. There's nothing new under the sun. There are no new tricks being used. We're going through the same tricks that our ancestors went through. It's like the same recycled stuff, and the answers to how we operate are right here in the scriptures. So I do encourage you to go and read um the scriptures wherever you're led. If you're led to read Proverbs, if you're led to read Psalms, do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into chapter 2. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear into wisdom, and apply excuse me, and apply thine heart to understanding. Yeah, if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as sorry, and searchest for her as for hidden treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment, and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yeah, every good path. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things, who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the paths of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in forwardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and they forward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words, which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her God. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto death, the dead. Sorry. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life, that thou mayest walk in the way of good men, and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. You know who this chapter is talking about. God is telling us what happens when we follow his word. He tells us what type of people will be waiting on us when we follow his word. He tells us what will happen to those people who wait on his people that follow his word. Um, Stay away from the jokers. This is a warning. Stay away from the jokers, the people that play too much. It doesn't matter what age you are. Even if you're grown, there's so many grown people that don't mature. They just want to play and act like they're still in high school, still in middle school. Stay away from those people who you can't take seriously. The people who talk too much. Stay away from them people. Okay, let's go into the last chapter, chapter 3. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and men. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth. Even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth, by understanding hath he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths are broken up, and the clouds drop down the dew. Excuse me. My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yeah, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do it. Say not unto thy neighbor, Go and come again, and tomorrow I will give, when thou hast it by thee. Devise not evil against thy neighbor, seeing he dwelleth securely by thee. Strive not with a man without cause. If he have done thee no harm, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the froward is abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. I just want to let you guys know that God is in control. God is in control of all. I pray that you got the message. And this message was for everyone. So I'm praying for you wherever you are, whatever time of day it is. Um, and I also just want to let you know from the sincerity, the bottom of my heart to the top, that I love you and God loves you, and love yourself. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, bye.